What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, or if you're new here, welcome. I am Wolfman back with Here's the Thing, and we are saying the thing about Honey Don't, which is the new sort of Coen film. It's half the duo of the Coen brothers. It's Joe Coen, Ethan Coen. This is Ethan Coen with his wife Trisha Cook as they wrote and directed this film together. And this film stars Margaret Qualley, Aubrey Plaza, Chris Evans, Talia Ryder, several different names that you will recognize here. So I want to start off this review by saying that the Coens are probably the best writing slash directing duo to ever grace our screens in terms of just quality content. They are absolutely one of my favorite filmmakers. So I heard that, they were splitting up now for a while. And the last few films they've made didn't involve each other. Tragedy of Macbeth, which I did really like, but it didn't involve Ethan. And then Ethan did Drive-Away Dolls without Joel. And then now Ethan's doing Honey Dump without Joel. So kind of sad to see him split apart like this. Hope they can get back together and make another film together at some point. But for now, I guess I'll take with what I can get. The plot of Honey Don't is basically there's a series of murders happening in this small town, and Margaret Qualley plays this detective who is assigned to the case to basically try and figure out what's behind all this. So, very simple premise, very simple plot. I told you all that about me being a huge fan of the Coens, all this other stuff. But with all that said, I was not a fan of this movie. This movie just is so convoluted. It's trying too much. Charlie Day is also in the cast, and he's pretty wasted in this movie. A lot of the other cast members are pretty wasted as well. Chris Evans gives a really fun performance, but he's wasted in the movie. So basically, yeah, it just wasn't up to par on what I expect from the Coens. It's not all bad. The pros are Margaret Qualley. I think Margaret Qualley absolutely just steals every scene she's in. She is carrying this movie on her shoulders. She's doing an excellent job with this film. Everyone around her is sort of fun and such and having a good time. But like I said, a lot of the supporting cast is wasted here. The music was pretty cool. I thought the actual shots, the cinematography, that was really nice. Some of the camera work here. They have a really cool opening credit sequence. Probably going to be one of the coolest opening credit sequences I've seen all year. Thought it was really interesting there. When it comes to the positives, though, honestly, that might be it. I really was not a fan of this movie. The cons for me is that this movie isn't funny. The Coens are funny. Drive-Away Dolls, which I didn't love, at least had some humorous moments. This just felt flat. I maybe chuckled once the entire movie. It's just flat the whole film. You aren't really connected to many of the characters outside of Margaret Qualley, so when they're trying to have serious moments as well, the writing doesn't help them. It's just, yeah, the writing is what was very lackluster here, which is unfortunate from being one half of the Coens. It lacked energy, it lacked style. There was nothing stylistically that stood out in this movie. Nothing that felt to me like it was worth it going into theater. At least with Drive-Away Dolls, they had those bonkers transitions where they would just like edit and do some wild transitions. This has a couple that are pretty cool that I was like, as I was watching, I was like, oh, that's a really cool edit. But overall, it's just the editing is even kind of bland, just kind of nothing stylish about it. And yeah, I'm not saying that the movie needs to be style and that's, you know, all it needs. It needs that, but it also needs good writing and it needs great character work and great character development. I just felt like this didn't really have any of that. They were trying to set up something interesting character wise with this old man in the movie. I'm not going to spoil what his story is, but they were setting up something interesting that they do nothing with. And that was really unfortunate. They're trying to do so many plot points in this movie, and it's only 89 minutes, which is a good thing. It's super short. And I will say it didn't. Even though I was checking my watch a lot, I usually never check my watch while I'm in a movie. Even though I was checking it to see what time it was, I never outright felt like I was watching like 2 hours worth of a movie. Like it did feel short at least, but it just needed to be longer because there's so much here that just could have been explored on a deeper level. And that's another thing too. A lot of Cohen films at least have something to say in their meaning, even if it's quirky and odd and all that. This one had really nothing to say. This was just Cohen doing Cohen stuff on screen and look at all this familiar. It's very familiar. It's stuff we've seen before from them, and it's nothing unique or interesting or cool or nothing like that. So overall, guys, this is not a good movie. This is the worst of any Cohen film I've seen. Team up or not team up. This is just not good. And I really wish I loved it, guys. I went into this hoping to love it. I knew from like hearing things about it already that I may not love it, but I was really hoping I would because man, did I want to. I will warn you as well for any of y'all who are sensitive on this type of stuff. I don't mind it, obviously, but there is a lot of nudity, a lot of nudity and sex scenes and such, which I like that stuff. I don't get me wrong. I'm glad Trisha Cook was directing this movie with him, and I hope that she did those scenes because if she didn't direct those scenes, then I feel like this movie very much was like, oh, just want to do a male gaze. This is my male fantasy right here, doing this scene. And it felt kind of gross and disgusting. If she didn't direct those scenes, I hope she did. I would love to know. Let me know in the comments below if she directed the intimate scenes. But yeah, overall, guys, nothing I'm really gonna remember. I'm gonna be probably forgetting this movie by the time the review is up. So that'll do it for Honey. Don't go see this in the theater. Go see something else this weekend. But go see K-pop Demon Hunters because that's releasing in sing along form. But if y'all are fans of Cohen's, then go check this out whenever it's on streaming. But I just was utterly disappointed and devastated. So that'll do it for this review. So many more reviews coming up on the channel, as well as Peacemaker After Show that's already up on there. So be sure you check that out and much, much more. We'll see you all in the next one. Until next time, stay classy, my friends.